hayas muteado silencio. Welcome to Sala Comunitaria. And we are having translation from English to French. So we'll slow down now and then. Can I continue?
Sorry, this thing is not exact. Cette chose n'est pas une chose exacte.
Yeah? Okay, again, welcome, bienvenidos. This is Sala Comunitaria, Community Newsroom. This is where we open it up for folks in the community who's, to speak about their projects, to speak about the movements, but also to speak about what affects us and what's going on in our communities. Right now, you are here at Homefulness, which is what you see in the front, is a poor people-led, indigenous people-led project where we actually are being self-determined and building housing. In these times where there's a lot of gentrification happening in the Bay Area, displacement, it's a revolutionary act to be able to take that back, and be so determined that way. So this is one of the ways we create media. And the way we create media, we use these technologies that sometimes are being used against us, to speak down on us, to lie about migrante people, about people who are houseless, basically to criminalize people. And let me know if I'm going too fast, and then I'll slow down even more. And again, so we definitely use the YouTube channel. We use like my sister call it, face crack. We use all these channels again to take the power of media, so it could serve us as low income, oppressed communities. We also collaborate with KPFA, which is a 94.1 community radio station here in the Bay Area in Berkeley. And today was a beautiful day. With the help of the community, we will actually apply and get our own radio station, 96.1 KEXU, the Crossroads. Woo, woo, woo! Today we were launching it literally in the radio studio, and we were able to hear ourselves for the first time, broadcasting live. My sister Tanya was on the air, and it's a beautiful, hard revolutionary, a small, total movement. That little by little, we're moving it and making it happen. But I'm gonna start blabbing, and I'm gonna pass it down to my brother Leroy, who's gonna speak a little more what we do and what we about, and also not make trip up artists.
Okay, so this is Leroy Moore from Ford Magazine. I've been at Ford Magazine since I was 5 years old. But I wanted to talk about homefulness and where we're sitting now. Ford Magazine has been dreaming about the practice of homelessness for more than 20 years, and how we got this piece of land. So how we got this piece of land is through Poor Magazine educating wealthy people about how they can redistribute their money or their extra condo or extra car to really help poor people. So Poor Magazine does this school where people come in and they learn from poor scholars on how to realize that they have a disease called wealth hoarding.
That's right.
So we teach them how to redistribute that money to people that are poor, to organizations, and that's how we got this piece of land. And we blessed it with elders, Native American elders, African elders. We blessed this land before moving in. So we have strong support from the community because we don't move like gentrifiers. We only move with the community and by the community. So that's homefulness in a little nutshell. We are building houses right here. We're always looking for donations to complete this building. Also, Homefulness is a school. We have a home school that teaches youth of color about their history, about their culture. That won't be taught in man's school. And the youth does a newspaper just once a month, maybe
Quarterly.
quarterly. So it's a newspaper written by the youth, and also businesses can support it. We support businesses that are really doing work in the community. So that's that. Okay.
Oh.
So what is Newsroom? Sala Comunitaria, that's Poor People's Revolutionary Newsroom. And in this space, we actually make our own media. And, you know, in these corporate and even independent media, they aren't speaking for us poor people. And so we're tired of that. There's no more about us without us. We're all folks who've been houseless. We've been incarcerated. We've been in different positions of poverty in this stolen indigenous territory. The colonizers call America, call Americlan, or really its proper name is Turtle Island. And we make our own media, and we're the editorial board. So even if it's your first time here, fam, you are going to be part of the decision-making process on what gets out on our Decolon News, our All Nations, All Generations paper that Leroy showed you, our radio channel, KEXU and KPFA, and our poormagazine.org, which people see in the back, as well as our Poor Press projects. We actually make books for poor and unhoused and oppressed youth, adults, and elders, because the ways in which the publishing industry silences people is very real. It's really interesting and beautiful to me, and I know we're going to hear later from our special guests from Congo Crip Hop, Congo Handicap, and also from our sister down in the struggle in Ohlone, Berkeley land, who's in J school. About the ways that, you know, as we walked into even what we call the man school, right, institutions of formal education, how they intentionally tell you not to use the I. We have an exact response to that. The revolution begins with I and then becomes we. And we're on the brink of what we have remixed into, which is, you know, in the world, 4th of July, hey, colonizers, we've remixed into Interdependence Day. So we're going to talk more about that as well. But again, this is Community Newsroom. If you're just tuning in on the digital streets, Facecrack and YouTube and Instascam, this is Poor People's Revolutionary Newsroom, where the people make the media, not the corporations. And where we living a self-determination. So that said, everybody needs to know their editorial board. And so we're going to go around the room and ask people to do what we call bio news, which is just 60 seconds about yourself, your struggle, your privilege, whatever it is you want to speak upon. And it can be done in verse, poetry, prayer, however you want to do it. 60 seconds, and then we move it on, because media is inside of immediacy. That much we know. Even as poor people media makers, right? And the other thing, too, is if you're a special guest here, which is Jessica and partner, and then our beautiful sister from the Congo, we're going to have more time to have you actually get into your situations and your stories. So just right now, it's just an introduction, telling people your revolutionary's bio, if you will, right? So let me pass it to my sister, Candy Corn. Audrey.
Greetings, my name is Audrey Candy Corn. I am a sister save a soul because I had to save myself, and then I found homefulness and the colonized academy. I am a grieving mother, yet I am a breathing mother. I lost my son, Torian Desir Hughes, at 17 years of age. He has 2 brothers, and through the resources, the help, the village, the family, the community, that is what the newsroom brings. And it's unedited and unscripted.
Hello, y'all. My name is Jessica. You spell it with a Y and one S, so it's yes I can, but without the N. I like that.
Hold on.
A little special. But I'm 26. I just finished J school at Cal. Got through school finished, and my cause that I'm fighting for right now is to introduce the idea of a vehicle dweller park in Berkeley, because I think we have to open our minds to alternative housing in the Bay Area,
Yes.
especially for everyone that's struggling out there right now. So that's our cause right now.
Yes. Welcome.
Thank you.
Muteado silencio, presente y me alegro. We crossed the border crossed us. Muteado silencio, presente y me alegro. Mis palabras son mis balas, mi lápiz es mi arma. Muteado silencio, my words are my bullets. My pen is my gun. So sit back and relax, because we're gonna drive by your minds. Muteado, I'm somewhat of a poet, spoken word.
Oh, Poets Project in the house.
And I'm also a teacher here at the College Academy. Just proud to have the sister from Africa, from the Crip Hop Nation, and also Jessica and her partner, to share the projects that they are doing. And I always want to say that sometimes we might not be rich in capital and money, but we're rich in spirit, we're rich in culture, and that's plentiful, So just happy to be here, and again, welcome everybody.
Oh.
You know what? Poor people are some beautiful, intelligent, make the world go around. I believe in more. I'm just so glad to have Congo handicapped Francine in the house. And we talk about poverty scholarship. Please, Francine, talk about all the research, and your organization going into homes and teaching about disability. It's just amazing. It's like I said, it's amazing what poor people do with no money and no support. There's no education, but we make up the world, and we do so much stuff. And, things come from us, from hip hop to Jesus. All came from poverty. So I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad to be a part of War Magazine, and I'm glad to be a part of Congo Handicap now.
My name is Christian. I'm here with Jessica. I'm from the Central Valley. I came up to the Bay in a van and decided this was the place I was going to live. I came up to be a creative, to be a photographer, and now I'm here. Thank you.
Welcome, Krista.
I am D. Allen. Is that on?
Thank you for asking, because someone bringing so fast in this thing.
I am D. Allen, and I live here at Humbleness.
And he's a poet. A badass poet.
Yep, that part.
I'm Robin. Wasn't expecting to speak. I'm here. Francine is my new friend. I've known Leroy and his work, and so I'm here and happy to be here.
Me is Francine Atushambusa, coordinator of program coordinator of Congo Handicap in Africa, particularly in DRC, Republic Democratic of Congo.
Welcome.
Woo, woo, woo,
I'm Diallo from Berkeley. I don't think there are too many of me. They got the one in New York City. He dropped by 27 cops. So I'm just trying to help them digital alive, keeping my brothers all alive and keeping them proud because can't lose hope in these streets. Even though with the 99% we stand strong, we just gotta take some of the power from the 1% so we can all get along.
Oh.
Incarcerated for crimes of poverty, that's being homeless, born on welfare in this capitalist society, currently at risk of falling back in those cracks, but I'm on this earth to save the world through the word and the process. Maybe me and mines. Soy poeta de Poets Project, Poor Magazine. You know, I don't wear my jail suit because orange is the new black. Don't let Hollywood tell you that lie, that smack. I did 3 months hard time in Santa Rita County Jail for the act of being unhoused, the poverty crime of being unhoused in this stolen territory, where, you know, how can anybody be illegal and when the real thievers and deceivers are the one who can continue to perpetrate. Shout out to all the warriors on the streets today at Stolen Village of Yalamu in front of the Po Ice building. Shout out to Anti-Police Terror Project, Cat Brooks, all the other people who called them out for pretending that because we were protesting, we were getting in the way of the asylum hearings. And shout out to all the people who we don't see, who you don't want to be, and who you look away from. Guess what? We're in your city. What you gonna do? Arrest me? So yeah, I wear my jail suit because I need to uninvisibilize the act of criminality that's associated with homelessness. Just because we don't have access to a roof, somehow we're considered quote unquote, you know, criminal, and or we're considered nothing, and we're considered trash. And so they use words like sweeping and cleaning when they talk about poor people. And so that's why we're so blessed to have this multi-international movement in this beautiful and liberated land. I do want to add about homefulness that Poor Magazine is in fact Po, y'all. If you can support us, we really do appreciate it because we don't have a budget. We don't make money to help ourselves. We are really trying to build a self-determination and eventually get off all this stolen, bloodstained dollar nation. So our goal is to go into moving it more and more into barter. But right now, we still caught up in the capitalist system. And to get, like Leroy said, to get money to build those beautiful mama houses, we need cash. And one of the things that we do is to liberate folks' minds on the ideas of what it really means to activate self-determination. So just a shout out to the upcoming People School, Black August 25th and 26th. Enrollment is open. And also to the How to Not Call the Police Ever workshop on July 15th. Because that's what we walk.
Yeah.
We don't just talk. We walk liberation every day. And believe me, as poor folks, we hurt each other, so this is not easy. So a few shout outs on that tip, and also just to our other powerful liberators out there. I know Equipto's watching. Love you, bruh. I know that our folks from the Bayview are out there, and I just want to say that we couldn't do it without everybody. This is about all of us with us, because without whom there'd be no us. So now we're going to flip the situation here. And we're going to hear from our special guests. We're going to start with, our Congo handicap group, because we're going to have a situation with the translation. Again, if you're tuning in, Poor Magazine is in fact Po. So we have Google Translate and our beautiful sister helping with that. So it might be a little truncated. So move slowly with us. This isn't the United Stolen Nations. This is PNN, not CNN, people. Okay, so I'm going to turn the microphone over And maybe we can start with just talking about what they do, right? Talking about what you do.
And maybe can help.
Yeah, hold on.
Because I don't catch what you will tell. I can ask to my friend to record to me some or some word to be a comprehension. Then I can speak now. Okay. He can report for a few words what you was speaking. Now I can understand it, and I can speak at last.
Yeah, okay, so it was like I was trying to have it. I thought you were speaking, right?
First, you in few words you can tell me what you want.
Okay, got it.
That's what we have music. Introductions.
They want you to talk about your organization and what you do.
I understand, but you can tell me in few words what you was saying about their activity, what they do.
We're just trying to translate.
We just introduced ourselves.
Okay. All right. Okay. They just introduced themselves. Now it's time for you to talk. Yeah.
I can speak in French or there's someone who are going to translate my French.
Well, the phone.
You're going to catch me?
See.
The phone.
Okay.
Well, do you speak? Does he doesn't speak English, like a little bit?
No, the phone
She
doesn't
can just
speak
speak in
English.
French because it's comfortable.
Yeah.
We get what we can.
Oui, je disais que moi c'est Francine Atouchamboussa. Je suis la coordinatrice de l'organisation Congo Handicap qui réside en République démocratique du Congo. Et ces derniers temps nous sommes dans la phase d'exécution des projets. Mais premièrement, je vais présenter qu'est-ce que Congo Handicap. Il a été créé quand
One minute. Yes, I said that I'm Francine, where I'm the coordinator of the disability organization that resides in the Democratic Republic of Congo. And recently we are in the project execution phase. But firstly, I will present.
Oui, je voulais vous présenter notre organisation, quand est-ce qu'il a été créé, qu'est-ce que nous faisons, quel est notre objectif, quelle est notre mission. Et voilà, c'est ce que je vais vous parler de ce soir.
What we're doing, what is our goal, that's our mission, and what is our mission, that's what I'm going to talk about tonight.
Pour notre organisation Congo Handicap a été créée en 2007. Notre organisation a été créée depuis 2007 et cette organisation a été créée par un groupe de jeunes, un groupe d'enfants, des femmes. Et voilà, notre organisation a été créée pour le but d'améliorer la condition des personnes en situation de Congo, améliorer la situation des personnes en situation de handicap. Donc, nous sommes là pour la promotion de ce genre de catégories.
Okay. I don't need crap. The organization was established in 2016, and the organization was created by a young women's group, and our organization was created for the purpose of improving the condition of people with disabilities.
Et voilà nos interventions, donc nos domaines d'intervention, nous intervenons dans les domaines de santé, dans la santé, l'éducation, la musique et l'art, donc tout qui cadre pour l'amélioration et la promotion des personnes en situation de handicap.
In the field of health education, that's what she does. And she does health education, music, and everything that's a framework for the improvement and promotion of the people with disabilities.
En conclusion, nous voulons maintenant inclure la personne en situation de handicap dans la société comme toute autre personne normale qui a des valeurs. Donc c'est un citoyen parmi les citoyens, une personne parmi les personnes. Et donc on a droit d'appeler une personne en situation de handicap, d'être inclus, que la société congolaise aussi ait croire pour la vie, la survie d'une personne en situation de handicap.
What she teaches is how to be, teaches people that about values and that what it is to be a citizen among citizens, one person among people, and therefore one is entitled and one has the right to call a person with disabilities of the society for the life of a person with a disability. Hey, this translation isn't exact.
It's close enough.
Oui, quand on a vu que nous avons déjà beaucoup de membres des personnes en situation de handicap, nous avons fait nos plaidoyers auprès du gouvernement. Et voilà, notre gouvernement nous a donné une parcelle là où la MONUSCO nous a financé pour la construction de notre bureau, notre siège qui réside précisément au Congo. Nous avons eu le don de l'ambassade des États-Unis, qui nous a...
Stop for a second. She says we already have a lot of numbers of people with disabilities, and we're not done with our government either. And our government gave us for the construction of our office.
Oui, je disais que notre gouvernement nous a fait une parcelle là où nous avons construit notre bureau. Le bureau a été construit par l'aide de la MONUSCO, et aussi un autre bureau a été construit par l'ambassade des États-Unis qui nous a donné un fonds, que nous avons construit un centre d'encadrement des enfants en conflit de guerre pour encadrer les personnes en situation de handicap.
Our government gave us a plot of land where we built our office, and one was built for MONUSCO. Was built in MONUSCO.
Oui, c'est la mission des Nations Unies au Congo.
And also another office was built by the U.S. Embassy that gave us, and we built a children's center.
Right on. Oui.
Et donc, nous avons des différents partenaires qui nous donnent Oui, nous avons les différents partenaires qui nous donnent des dons pour nos projets. Et donc, nous avons déjà les projets réalisés. Et c'est là qui sont en cours. Et c'est là que nous attendons pour l'exécution.
And yes, we have different partners who give us support for our projects. And so we already have the projects done, and that's where they are going, and that's where we expect execution.
Compte tenu de moyens qui sont encore limités, oui, compte tenu des moyens qui sont encore limités, nous avons passé aux statistiques des personnes en situation de handicap. Nous nous sommes limités d'abord dans les sites Kivu, que nous avons, nous nous sommes dit d'avoir un nombre exact de personnes en situation de handicap qui y vivent déjà.
Yes. What it means that we are still limited, and we move to the statistics of people with disabilities, limited first in the sites that we've wanted in South Kivu. Where we want to go, we have to have an exact number of the people who already live there with disabilities.
Et donc, d'autres parties de la République démocratique restent sans statistiques de personnes en situation de handicap, parce que c'est une catégorie qui est laissée à part d'autres catégories de personnes, et donc pour la personne en situation de handicap qui n'est pas encore incluse dans la société.
So that the statistics of people with disabilities are not complete because it's an innate category, because they leave out the categories of people with disability because they have not included them as people in the statistics.
So they are doing it. The Congo Handicap is doing it.
So Congo Handicap is doing that.
Oh oui, c'est notre travail pour les plaidoyers.
Right on.
Yeah, they're doing the research.
Et donc, c'est notre travail pour les plaidoyers. Nous voulons que la personne en situation de handicap soit égale avec une personne qui n'a pas de handicap.
So with our advocacy work, we want the people with disabilities to be equal with someone who does not have a disability.
C'est pourquoi notre objectif est d'améliorer la condition des personnes. C'est pourquoi notre mission, notre objectif est pour l'amélioration des personnes en situation de handicap.
That's why our mission and our goal is for the improvement of people with disabilities.
Et Et parce que nous sommes activistes et humanitaires, nous devons aller toujours de l'avant pour la promotion de la personne qui va avec handicap. On ne peut pas lâcher une personne en situation de handicap. Nous voulons qu'il soit aussi au top que les autres personnes.
And because we are humanitarian, because we do humanitarian activities, we must always go ahead for the promotion of people living with disabilities. And we can, so a person with disabilities is also to be at the top, the same as other people. At first, be at the top, and he is also at the top with other people.
Right, to make it to the top and succeed.
Wait.
I'm sorry.
So, one second. So, are we gonna open it up for questions? Because you're not the only person.
I know. I know.
Okay, so,
I
is it okay to open it up for questions? Can you ask her?
Is it okay to open it up for questions?
Sans problème.
No, it's not a question. I just want to make sure because she talked about on the radio station that Congo Handicap does the.
It's not that. Okay. I'm trying.
Yeah.
It has a hard time.
So I wanted her to really talk about Congo Handicap that's doing the studies, doing the reports, and going into the families' homes. I think they're doing the reports.
It's okay too if you could also hear that wanted to talk about you going into the homes to do the research for the government.
You said that.
Oh oui, je peux parler concernant les moyens que nous utilisons pour avoir le nombre de personnes en situation de handicap.
Yeah, it means we used to have the number of people with disabilities.
Ok, pour que nous trouvons les personnes en situation de handicap, nous savons que dans notre pays, une personne en situation de handicap n'a pas de valeur comme une personne sans handicap.
Disabilities, so basically people, yeah, they don't have the people who are disabled don't have value as a.
On ne tient pas compte de l'existence d'une personne en situation de handicap. Donc, dans notre pays, c'est comme si on ne connaît pas l'existence et l'importance d'une personne en situation de handicap.
My country know the existence and importance of a person with disabilities.
C'est pourquoi nous avons procédé dans des maisons, dans des familles, dans des églises, dans des écoles pour leur expliquer, pour leur donner l'importance d'une personne en situation de handicap.
So they go to the homes and the families, they go in the churches, they go in the schools to explain to people, to give them tell them about the importance of people with disabilities.
Par exemple, quand on a oui, le fois passé, quand on a eu le projet avec notre partenaire OCISA, nous avons procédé à leur expliquer qu'est-ce que la Convention internationale des personnes en situation de handicap.
Yes, it happened when we had the project. Yes, it did not happen when we had the project with another partner. So we abilities.
Parce que beaucoup entre les personnes en situation de handicap en RD Congo, parce que beaucoup, parce qu'un grand nombre de personnes en situation de handicap restent ignorants sur leurs droits et devoirs.
Because a number of people with disabilities remain ignorant about their rights and duties.
Et voilà, nous allons dans des familles, premièrement parce que... Et voilà, nous allons dans des familles parce que c'est en famille qu'on connaît les besoins donc qu'on connaît les besoins d'une personne en situation de handicap. Parce qu'auparavant, on cachait les personnes en situation de handicap dans la maison. On dit qu'une personne en situation de handicap, c'est une malédiction.
And we go to the families because it's the family and that it recognizes the need. So we know the need of a disabled person goes that because previously they've hidden people with disabilities in the house and said that person with a disability is cursed.
Maintenant, notre association a voulu vraiment c'est pourquoi notre association a dit que cette stigmatisation ne puisse pas encore aller de l'avant, que nous avons vu et nous avons décidé d'aller dans des familles pour leur faire comprendre qu'une personne en situation de handicap a les mêmes capacités que
this is why our association intended that this stigma still can't go forward. That we saw this and we decided to go to the families for them to make them understand that a person with a disability has the same ability as a person who does not have a disability.
C'est ce que nous avons appelé l'inclusion sociale.
That's what we call social inclusion.
There are a question.
So we're gonna open it up for questions. We are at 7:41, so I gotta explain to her we only have about 3 questions, and then we gotta move to the next guest.
Okay. We can only have 3 questions and then move on to the next guest because not much time.
So does any, while they're figuring that, does anybody have questions? I know I do. Anyone else? Okay. You have some? Okay.
All right. Question.
Okay, and I'll go slow, I know.
Yeah. All right. Hold on. Yeah. 'Cause it's
Do I
kind
need
of
to do it
later. It has a problem with some voices.
Okay. Merci, first of all.
What does that mean?
One, it's like thank you, gracias.
Oh.
My big moment. So, okay, how can I put it? So that's a lot of oppression. And would you say that the curse? That's okay. Tell me when. That's okay. Okay, so my heart hurts with that histories of oppression for disabled people. Just want to say that. I thank you for your work and ask, how do traditional people or maybe elders who still believe in this idea of the curse, how do they take your work? How do they embrace or reject the work of Congo Handicap?
How the elders that believe that people with disabilities are cursed, how do you talk to them? All right. And wait. And are they embracing them now? And are they embracing them now?
Et je viens de dire que la mission des Congo Handicap, c'est maintenant pour améliorer la condition de vie des personnes en situation de handicap. Parce que quand on a vu cette stigmatisation, quand on a rejeté la personne en situation de handicap, que nous nous sommes dit, comme tout être humain,
So the Congo mission now handicapped to improve the living conditions of people with disabilities because we saw that stigma. Hold on, I think I know. Were you trying to ask, how do the elderly people think about it now, or did I ask it wrong?
Is it helping? Is the mission helping to change?
You want to ask me?
Okay. Is the mission helping to change the perception and thoughts about disability among people who used to think that disability was caused by curse or hiding people. Have you guys found that the work is changing the minds?
Oui. Oui, déjà avec notre ouvrage, nos plaidoyers que nous menons auprès des autorités et auprès des parents, des églises, de différentes institutions et de différentes ministères que nous menons les plaidoyers. Et voilà, déjà, on commence à croire qu'une personne en situation de handicap est tout autre humain qu'une personne sans handicap.
Yes, already with our courage, we advocate, but not with the authorities and the employers of the parents, but of the churches of different institutions and different ministries that we come to the plea. And here we already believe that a person with a disability in it is like any other, like a person without a disability.
Mais le travail est encore énorme parce que pour faire comprendre quelqu'un, de l'amener maintenant à la réalité, c'est pas facile parce que il y a encore cette discrimination qui règne encore parce qu'une personne en situation de handicap, on ne respecte pas encore ses droits parce que.
But the work is still huge, and to make someone understand the reality is not easy because there is still this discrimination that prevails because a person with disabilities is not respected yet.
Okay. Let's turn it to another question because I'm running out of time. So let me turn it to Leroy. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Slow down because you're going to need to set it up.
Yeah.
okay.
You might have to translate.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna have to write.
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
I'll make it short.
Huh?
I'll make it short.
Okay. Cool. All right.
That helps.
I can't write. Okay. Here we go. Shit. It's not even right. Fuck. Crap. Yeah. I have to use that a lot. Okay.
I wanted to make sure that people realize that Congo Handicap is doing poverty scholarship on the ground. They're doing.
No, that Congo is, what is it?
Educating.
Yeah, it really is doing the government's work with no money and no support.
Well, the government work with no.
They're doing it themselves, grassroots.
And no help.
That's pretty powerful.
Yeah. Yes.
You want to say something?
Pour cette question, jusque-là, le gouvernement, il n'y a pas d'aide pour les personnes en situation de handicap. On n'a pas encore amené quelque chose pour les personnes en situation de handicap, malgré les textes qui sont déjà là, mais on n'a pas encore respecté la condition des personnes en situation de handicap.
So people just what was written before I accidentally deleted it. Said that the people with disabilities, can't wait. So doing what they can because they have yet to respect the condition of people with disabilities.
C'est pourquoi nous menons encore des plaidoyers auprès du gouvernement pour que la personne en situation de handicap soit aussi respectée comme tant d'autres personnes.
That is why, no, but not yet, advocacy with the government so that the person with disabilities is respected as so many other people.
Mais selon les activités que nous menons, il y a aussi la musique qui règne parce que nous avons des talents dans les personnes en situation de handicap. Et voilà, ils sont là, ils chantent, ils ont beaucoup de talents dans leur tête, mais la musique, c'est la chanson pour tout le jour.
But according to the activities that we do have with the music that reigns, because we have talents in people with disabilities, and here they sing, and they have a lot of talent. But the music is the audio song.
So, can you ask her if she would do an excerpt of a song?
Yes.
Will you sing, please, an excerpt?
Just a little, small. Just a little. Poco? Poco?
Another?
Yeah, and then sing.
And let's start.
Maybe in our language?
Yeah, of
Yes,
course.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
In your language.
Like you did last
Il est
time.
bon de louer Dieu, alléluia. Il est bon de louer Dieu. Il est bon de louer Dieu. Oh, louons-les, louons-les. Si tu as besoin d'un enfant, alléluia. Oh, si tu as besoin de mariage, même si tu as besoin de panique, oh, tu as un Dieu, alléluia, élevons-les. Oh, Seigneur, il est bon de louer Dieu, alléluia. Louons-les, alléluia, louons-les, alléluia.
Nice.
This song can
Merci,
be
merci.
sung with many persons, but yeah, there is for one person can sing, and there is a leader, and the other can come back and
Response.
yes.
Oh,
In that I was crying, and then I was.
Yes, we understand. Thank you.
Well,
Give
beautiful,
them a
yes.
Okay. Merci beaucoup. Okay, so we're gonna turn
What?
it over to our second special guest. I apologize it took so long.
Congo's got 10.
Yeah, come on
Yes.
over. So many gifts in this room tonight. If we can ask for her to stay, well, it's only gonna be our last guest, and then we'll be done. Okay. So, first of all, just introduce yourself and talk about what's going on.
Alright, so my name is Jessica.
My name is Christian.
So basically we're here because we're working in a project in the Berkeley Marina. We are vehicle dwellers or RV parkers, whatever you want to call us, but we live in our vehicles, and you know, we're trying to introduce to the city of Berkeley another alternative for housing because, you know, everybody needs a shelter, everybody needs protection from the elements, and I think it's time for people to recognize that, you know, living in your vehicle shouldn't be something that's shameful, but something that can be an opportunity for people to have their own space again, to be able, I don't know, to be owners of, to be players of their own chessboard, you know? That's what I will say. And I feel like that's just an opportunity for us to begin to, like, because if Berkeley can do it, then, you know, the other Bay Area cities can follow. So that's our fight right now, to make that happen at the Berkeley Marina.
Right on.
All right.
Right on.
I don't have much else to say on top of that because that was really well put. I would like to stress that the Bay Area is obviously in a housing crisis, and this is the vanguard of the solution. I hope to find alternative housing for the human beings here in the Bay Area and hopefully abroad.
Okay, thank you for coming. And also, I just wanted to, we want to open it for questions, and if folks have questions, I do want to say that for us, first of all, as Revolutionary Poor People Media, it's really powerful that you're here. And I want to invite both of you to think about coming and being part of the Poor Magazine family, because obviously the work that you're doing right now, which is like to be there unhoused and doing media and fighting it, that's exactly what built Poor. That's like, me and my mom started it while we were sleeping in doorways and cars and, you know, and wherever we could, etc. So that's number one. Number two, that we were talking to, today we're talking to OSHA, and we've been talking and covering this around Ruthless Radio and trying to bring the concept of homefulness, which is what we're doing here, into the city of Berkeley. And the idea with it is that folks do whatever they want with it, whether it's, you know, park their car on it, whether it's build a shelter, whether it's whatever. So, you know, today I heard from OSHA that, you know, they rejected everything, right? They rejected that, and then they rejected the public, and then they said there's nowhere to go, and, you know, of course, so my kind of question to you guys is, first of all, to offer to you that we want to, you know, work with you to try to propose out this idea of reparations, paying for possibly rented land. That's number one. Then we also have the blessing of a certain person in the room who may talk about what she's doing, aka Karina over there, with indigenous land. And this is the idea thing is this was what homefulness was built on, is a root grounding ourselves in the fact that this is all stolen land, already occupied, right? But then lastly, you know, thinking about you guys claiming space, and, you know, how do you feel as a human being, I guess is my first kind of articulated question, around the idea that just because you're living, your lives are criminalized, right? So I don't know if you wanted to answer that, if that makes sense.
It makes sense, and I think like so I can also understand where the public is coming from. Like I can understand why they also don't want us in public land to be in the public parks. But you know, you also gotta think about there's nowhere else for people to go. You know, everything else they charge you. You know, parks are free. You know, so that's the only land that we have to live for free. That's the only land we have to get water, to get anything. And that's why people invade the parks. But like, you know, people don't stop to question that. You know, why are you there? No, we're there because that's the only place we can actually be at for free.
Right.
You know, or like.
Right.
And that's why we have to like start like, you know, designating places where people can actually like, you know, like we're not trying to take advantage of the resources, but you know, like there is nothing else for us to get them, you know, like so I'm saying like in designating like a parking spot, like simple as that, you know, like because the Berkeley Marina has many empty parking spaces, you know, it has over 2,000 spaces for the marina, and like none of them are used, not all of them, so there's opportunity there, and that's what we want them to see, that, you know, you have all this land that's being unused, and you have people that can simply come with their own home. You don't have to provide much other than just water, a sewage, and a parking space. That's it, you know. And I think like they have to start realizing that we're not asking them for charity, but we're asking them for a place for us to also live. Yeah.
Beautiful. Any other questions in the room? Anybody else? Leroy or? Okay.
So I'm glad that you're doing this. I know Poor Magazine back in the day did a lot of work on, you know, sleeping in cars and stuff. But I just wondering now, with everything being private, there's no public anywhere. And at Golden Gate Park, they're trying to charge people just to go in the park. So how do you split that when there's no public, you know, places?
Oh yeah, they did that ridiculous thing recently of putting the barriers up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so we were actually parked at a different location in the marina, but it was along Marina Boulevard, a big dirt parking lot, a big stretch of dirt parking lot, and we weren't much of a community at that point. We had all, I mean, in a sense that we had all kind of known each other, talked to each other here and there, and knew each other fairly well from just parking in the same area for months. But what happened on Memorial Day? They just decided this was the day that we should all leave that parking lot, and luckily we had some activists coming by, barricaded our cars in case any tow trucks came, and from there we were left with what do each of us do. From there we collectively decided to stick together and move to another parking lot there at the marina. And that's how we became a community. From there, we learned